Now, undoubtedly, we are a lot more focused on our health and have gained perspective on the things that really matter. I think that's been one of the side effects of the last couple of years. From health to our loved ones and the experiences we truly value. These all matter more to us, which is why we are very excited to welcome Charmaine Peters, Digital Air Solutions Key Account Manager at Samsung South Africa, to share Samsung's approach to better health in our home. And of course, Mr. Grant Hines joins us as well, looking very cooled, if you will.
Yeah.
You've been cooled.
I've actually got one of these WindFrees that we're going to talk about at home.
Not a hair on his head has moved because it's wind-free. It's avoiding you. I think a good place to start is with what the wind-free technology is actually all about. What does it mean?
So I think it's important, aircon is aircon. So what we've done is we've actually put in the front panel 23,000 micro holes, and it gently just disperses the air. So people don't like that direct blow onto their skin.
I don't want a stiff neck. I want to be sitting here working on my computer and then suddenly I'm...
No stiff necks, no. So what we want is the air to be cool, but without that direct wind. So that's how we started the technology around that.
And can you feel the difference as someone who's testing out the product?
Yeah, no, I'm at my desk and the air doesn't blow on me. There's a lot of technology that's packed into this particular aircon in the WindFree series. And, aircons are those things that people have traditionally forgotten about. They're like this technology that doesn't improve. And Samsung have really taken it to another level. The first thing, the biggest concern I had when installing an aircon was, I'm really worried about the energy consumption.
For sure.
And these aircons use up to 77% less electricity because they are digital inverters than traditional normal inverted aircons. So, energy is a big problem in South Africa right now.
100%.
And I'm worried about switching the aircon on all the time in the room and keeping my computers cool, because that was a concern for me. And getting a digital inverter and getting WindFree just meant that I could do that guilt-free, you know what I mean? I'm using way less electricity than a traditional one.
What this speaks to is an aircon is not just about hot and cold anymore. It's about a lot more. This is about enhancing our lifestyle.
Look, I think in the last 2 years in particular, we've spoken, and health has become so important in our lives. We spend time indoors.
Yeah.
We're more concerned about our indoor air quality, and like you mentioned, that's not always that good. So it's about cooling and heating, but it's about quality of your air.
Your indoor air quality is up to 2 to 3 times worse than your outdoor air quality because there's wind and stuff happening outside. So a lot of people don't really realize that, and we don't look after the space and the air that our family breathes indirectly in and around us. And the WindFree has got air purifiers in it. It detects the air quality, will alert you even when you're not at home through the SmartThings app, and you can then clear the air before you even come home to make sure that the air quality in your house is the best for everybody.
Maybe you can expand on that, and I'll put this to both of you, because I think where Samsung really have taken a quantum leap forward is with the digital integration, if you will, the fact that we can create an entire ecosystem within our home. How does this slot in? You mentioned SmartThings.
Right.
How does this fit into the bigger picture?
So creating a space where you can remotely talk to and communicate with your appliances. Now the aircon forms part of that as well, so that you're able to switch it on before you get home. In fact, your GPS will know as soon as you get close to home, and it will go, there's my aircon going on.
This is so smart, and I want to kind of joke here because I think my fiance has this built-in function as well, but it actually can avoid you on purpose wherever you...
Yeah, so there's a motion sensor on some of the models, so it can do motion detection in the room, and you can choose through the SmartThings app, do you want to have the wind blow directly onto you? Because some people want that.
Absolutely.
I'm the opposite, but what it can do then is do an indirect airflow. So then wherever there are people in the room, it'll make sure that if you don't want the WindFree, you want it to gush air into the room to cool down the room faster, that you aren't the subject of that wind flow. So it's a much more comfortable experience than a normal aircon that's just like, an annoyance in the room and you can't wait to turn it off. It's like, get your job done, I record in my studio. I recorded an entire video because obviously I do that. And the sound quality is just so good because it doesn't make as much noise as a normal inverter.
How does it stand up aesthetically? Is this a little device able to punch in that space? How does she look?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I think that's important because you don't want your room you know, you've created this beautiful space inside. And I don't want something in my room that doesn't look like it's part of what I've created here. So it's absolutely stunning.
And also with WindFree mode, because the fans aren't extracted out, it just has this really nice curvature with those holes that the air will then like pour out of, which looks amazing. So I have it on camera. I was really concerned. So I had installers come in. I needed an aircon in the room. And I chose WindFree for a couple of reasons. And then I was like, oh, you know, I'm really worried about, it's got all the tech, but like, is it going to look good where I'm sitting? Because it has to be on camera.
Part of your studio setup now, yeah.
And as soon as they pulled it out of the box, I was like, this thing's amazing. Like, I'm not embarrassed about having it in shot. It looks beautiful. It's got really soft LED lighting to always inform you of what's going on. And one of my favorite parts about it being connected to smart things, a lot of aircons have features that you just don't have access to because you've just got that controller.
Little panel,
but because it's Wi-Fi connected with smart things, all of the different features are explained to you. It's not this like thing that you just switch on and set to a degree temperature.
And then you end up not even using half of the technology.
Exactly.
It's inaccessible.
To access it.
It's been life-changing. I've been able to work twice as long, and I want to get one in every room in the house now. It's just opened my experience.
Your family deserves it. I absolutely love that. I love the digital integration, the fact that we can run it through smart things, the fact that it's beautiful, and it's got 23,000 little holes too. Disperse the cool, all the warm air. Absolutely beautiful. If people are wanting to go wind-free, if people are wanting to make that shift within their own home, how do we get one? Where can we find one?
Right, so there's a couple of options. You can go directly to samsungair.co.za. Our national distributor for Ways Air Conditioning can put you in touch with, we've got a large network countrywide of accredited Samsung installers, and that obviously is very important.
Make sure you
get it done by Samsung accredited.
Yep, and you'll find out exactly how it's been received in the market, which is amazing. Thank you for being a test subject, as you always are, my friend.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, and he means that, man. Look how happy he is. This really is, as I said, a quantum leap forward in the space, so congratulations on that. I'm going to have a little bit of wind because I like to feel my hair blowing in the wind.
We can sort that out.
We can do it. But this one is an opportunity right now for you to feel it or not feel the wind on your own hair, because Samsung WindFree air conditioner could be yours. We want you to tell us, what do you love most about the Samsung WindFree air conditioner? We've given you a host of fantastic pluses there, so don't forget to tag at Samsung SA and include that hashtag WindFree in your entry. But you can find all the terms and conditions that do apply on expressoshow.com, and the competition closes this coming Monday. That's the 28th of February 2022 at midnight. So you've got limited time. I really do suggest you get on this now. This is a game changer. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us here. Thank you, Grant.
WindFree is cool.